lot of it's the sort of older stuff.
All right, so there's a saying that you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and what that means, I think, might be better summed up with is that you're going to feel the repercussions of the things you put out into the world. So I think in Wiccan, it's more like everything you put out into the world, you will receive ×3. So you really got to think, you know, before you get revenge on somebody, how much are you willing to pay to have that that small amount of revenge? Are you prepared to accept, you know, 3 times that level of kickback or blowback? And I mean, that's the thing, is like a lot of people think they're going to get away with things, and I'd say that like the vast majority of our life experience and our observations of the world say would let you know that like you don't actually escape the consequences of your actions very often. Sometimes you get lucky. So like if you're concerned with what you're going to get back in the world, you need to focus on putting out the best things, what you want to see in the world. And then you don't need to be afraid of the things that are going to come back. You know, things are going to come back and bite you. I think that person thought they were going to get in front of me and then just changed their mind. Oh, so anyway, there was this person that they behaved in this way, and at first I thought, well, they lie and manipulate to affect others, to get them to do what they say, because like, I don't know, like the whole idea of like that difference between like, if you want someone to do something, all you need to do is like show them that it's the best way. But what if what you're asking for is not necessarily the best way? It's not the best way for you, but it would be the best way for the person who's trying to manipulate you, essentially. And so I called the person out on it. I'm like, because they weren't very good at it either. I'm like, you know, if you lie and manipulate people for your own benefit, you know, people are going to see through that. And they said, oh, not everybody. Like some people I can fool. And so there was this person that they thought they were fooling, but instead it was you know, coming back on them ×3. Like they not only were not fooling that person, but that person was fooling them to a level that it was the exact same situation, that this person wanted everything for themselves. They wanted all at their own benefits, and the effect on that, on the person that was, you know, the original liar and manipulator, they didn't even realize how bad that impact was happening on their lives. They realized they had to make certain choices. Their choices got limited, and they just thought that was the way of things. But that wasn't the way of things. That was a repercussion from lying and manipulating somebody who could then turn around and do it at a way over the top manner. Like really, when I found out about it, I thought, God damn, that's awful. That's absolutely awful. Because at one point in time, the covers were pulled back, like this, as they say in the Bible or something like that. The scales fell from their eyes, and they were able to see clearly. And geez, it was awful. But you know what? I feel bad, just kind of in general. Like, I don't want bad things to happen to people. But I was thinking about that video I just did about, like, you have to pay, there's a price to learn stuff. And the price needs to be as severe as is necessary for you to learn the lesson completely. Like, so I could explain to this person the importance of being honest and not manipulating people for your own benefit, you know, so you don't have to do whatever, like, to get you out of stuff. But it didn't affect them at all. And then, but, you know, if I would have said that to them, and that was all that they needed to learn that lesson, they would have completely avoided the disaster that befell them. But so obviously, like the heads up they got was not the payment they needed to pay. They needed to absolutely learn. They needed to absolutely learn for themselves that you can't put that stuff out in the world. Like, here's another thing that I heard once, that like if you open the door to something, even if you just crack the door open to, you know, something good or something bad, you need to be prepared for something to open that door the rest of the way and walk right in. So like you want to open the door on good things, you know, a crack, and then if the door swings wide and something good things come your way, that was a good, you know, good for you. That was worth it. But if you open the door a crack on a bad thing, like dishonesty and manipulation, then someone way better than you might just like see you as fair game. And also, like, if you lead the kind of life of where you lie and manipulate, I think that you kind of inoculate yourself from honesty. Like, I think it makes you less likely. Some people think they know more about lies and dishonesty and manipulation or whatever because they do it a lot. But the people that do it a lot, like, are the people who get caught quite often, and they think, "Oh, I'm just getting better." And it's like, no, you're not. You're spreading the information faster that you can't be trusted. And the people that you think that you've really mastered it on are either people that know it and can't say it, you know, or there's people that like see you as a fair game for the exact kind of behavior. Ugh. I don't know. Like sometimes I like in my mind this was just an observation, because some of my videos sound like they're like giving advice and stuff like that, but obviously like what I'm thinking about is you can't tell somebody something. Well, maybe it is like it's like there's people that can just hear an explanation and think, that sounds legit, you know, and then like, you know, use that to guide their judgment in the future. And then there's like a lot of people that like, you know, need to burn their hands really badly before they stop touching fire. Okay. That's all I had to say.